Hello guys, you're welcome to Innotech. In case you're watching from my YouTube channel, make sure to like, subscribe and smash that notification bell for more updates. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some basic Bootstrap 5 classes and some other components. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is colors. So Bootstrap offers 9 main colors as you can see. So Bootstrap has the the blue color which Bootstrap calls primary, it has the red color which Bootstrap calls danger, it has the light color. The light color is not actually white but it's close to white, so it's light. It has the gray color which Bootstrap calls it secondary. It has the warning which is yellow, dark which is black, success which is green, info which is this light blue color, and Bootstrap also has a white color. So there should be a white color over here. Okay, so these are the 9 main colors that Bootstrap offers. You can always override these colors. Okay, all right. So we also have headings. This is the next thing we'll be looking at: headings and display headings. So Bootstrap has, just like in HTML and CSS, Bootstrap has heading classes. Okay, so in Bootstrap we call these classes. In HTML, you have the H1 tag to the H16, which are headings. Same here in Bootstrap. Bootstrap has classes from H1 to H6, which is going to enable any text which is being given this class to appear accordingly. So the difference is in HTML and CSS, if you want the text to appear as, um, let's say you want a text to appear as an H1 element, you have to put it inside an H1 tag. But in Bootstrap, regardless of the fact that this text is being placed inside a paragraph tag, you giving it a class of H1 is going to make the text appear as an H1 element. So that's the cool thing about Bootstrap. So let's look at some display headings. So in display headings, Bootstrap display headings range from 1 to 6, just as the head element or the head classes range from 1 to 6. Bootstrap has display 1 up to display 6. So the difference is in Bootstrap, you giving a class of display dash 1 is going to make the text you're giving the text or the HTML element you're giving that class to appear much more bigger, as you can see. So display headings are much more larger than just H1 headings. They as well run from display 1 to display 6, just like the head the head classes which run from H1 to H6. So the difference here is the display headings have the font weight is a bit lighter than the H1 to H6 heading classes. So let's look at the next property. So the next property which we are going to be looking at is our text in Bootstrap. So we'll be looking at the font size, the different font size that Bootstrap has to offer. We'll be looking at font weight, and we're looking at text alignment. So we're going to see all these properties and how Bootstrap gives these styles to HTML elements. So we're going to start with the first one, which is font sizes. So just like heading tags and just like heading classes and display headings, Bootstrap also offers font sizes, which range from 1 to 6, just like heading classes and also display headings. So font sizes also range from 1 to 6, and they also operate in the same format. As you can see, FS-1 is the largest font size. Okay, you giving a text a class of FS-1 is going to make it look much more bigger. It's not so it's simply going to increase the size of the text. It's not going to affect the font weight in any way. So it's just going to make the the text look much bigger depending on the font size, the value of the font size you want to give it. So FS-6 is going to enable the smallest font size. So just like um, Headings and display headings. Bootstrap font sizes also range from 1 to 6. So let's move to the next property. The next property is font weight. So font weight is simply how bold a font looks, how bold a text is. Okay, so that's font weight. So Bootstrap, if you want a text to look bolder, you just have to give it the class of FW for font weight. So you have to give it the class of FW-bold for a bold text. If you want it to be much bolder, you do FW dash bolder. If you want it to be bolder, if you want it to be lighter, you do FW dash light or lighter. Now, this is a manner in which these texts are going to appear. So it's much cooler. You don't need to go to CSS and open an extra style sheet for this. You just have to give it as a class. And remember, you can also give in Bootstrap, you can give your HTML elements multiple classes depending on the way you want to style them. You also have for an italic text, if you want to italize, if you want to make a text to appear as italics. The difference here is you don't have to give it FW, okay? You give it FST for font style. So you give it font style dash italic. So you do FST dash italic. It's going to make your text appear as an italic text. So let's look at the next property. The next property we're looking at is text alignment. So the text alignment is simply the positioning of the text. So Bootstrap offers, these are the let's say the three main text alignment Bootstrap offers. You have text dash start, meaning that you want a text to appear at the front at the beginning, so it's easy to understand. You have text center, meaning you want to centralize the text. You have text end, meaning you want to push the text towards the end. So this is how they are going to appear. So this text start is going to appear like this. You align your text at the start of let's say a web page. Text center, you want to centralize the text, and the text end if you want to push the text towards the end. So let's look at the next property. The next property we're looking at is margins and padding. So margins and padding are simply bootstraps or generally spacings, okay? So margin is for outer spacing and padding is for inner spacing. So Bootstrap has quite summarized these properties. So Bootstrap represents margin as M just for margin. Padding, Bootstrap summarizes padding as P. So this is the way Bootstrap represents margin and padding. Now, you may want to specify the direction that you want this margin and padding to be. So if you want this margin to be at the top, you use T. Okay, for example, empty for margin top, right? So this T here is simply top. You can do margin top or padding top. B is for bottom. S is for start, right? Depending on the direction you want to specify the spacings, be it inner or outer. We also have E, which is end, X, which is left and right, start and end, right? So X is in the horizontal direction, which is left and right. Y is in the vertical direction, which is up and down. Now, if you don't want to specify the direction, that is if you give it just a blank padding, it means that you want the padding to be all around the element, all right? So one thing you need to know is this, the value that you can give these spacings can only range from 0 to 5. Okay, so 5 is the maximum value or the maximum length that you can give these spacings. So it's either you do from 0 to 5 or you do auto. They can't exceed 5. All right, so we'll be looking at this in our practical session. Let's look at the next. Alright guys, the next thing we'll be looking at is breakpoints. So breakpoints are simply a summary of screen sizes. So what Bootstrap has done is Bootstrap has customized sorry about that. Bootstrap has summarized the width sizes. Okay, so for example, for small screen sizes, which represents this by SM, medium screen sizes is being represented by MD, large screen sizes LG, extra large screen sizes XL, extra large screen sizes XXL. So and over here, and by the way, for extra small screen sizes, there is no symbol to represent that. And here are the dimensions. So the dimensions here indicate the width of these screen sizes. Okay. So for small screen sizes, this is going to range from screen sizes that are lesser than 775 pixels. For small screen sizes, we have screen sizes that are greater than or equal to 525 pixels. For medium screen sizes, you have screen sizes of width greater than or equal to 768 pixels. For large screen sizes, you have devices of screen width greater than or equal to 992 pixels and so on. So here is just the dimensions of the big screen. Okay, let's look at an illustration. So over here we have PT LG5 means that you can specify sorry about that. This means that you can specify the screen size that you want is padding. So PT simply means padding top. So this means that at large screen sizes I want a padding top of 5. Okay, so this is very easy. It means that to every dimension, let's say padding or margin, to every spacing, you can as well specify the screen size. So let's also look at the next example here. So here you have M XXL large. So this means that at extra large screen sizes, I want a margin, all round margin of 5, a maximum all round margin. Um, so in the next slide, we are going to see how we can understanding breakpoints. Now this is just basically the same thing here for the screen sizes. So let's look at this in details here. Now what does this mean? Let's look at the core of what this means because um sorry about that. So let's look at the core of what this means. So what does this mean? We have MBSM3. So this MB stands for margin button. SM, you're specifying the screen size, which is a small screen size. SM, which is a small screen size, and you want it to have the margin button of 3. So this means that as small screen sizes, I want this HTML element to have the margin bottom of 3. Now, when you just do this without specifying for other screens, this means that from smaller screen sizes and above, that for small screen sizes, you want an element to have a margin bottom of 3. This is also going to happen for medium screen sizes as well as large up to extra large screen sizes if you don't specify the margin bottom at the other screens. So this means that you it's not all the time where you have to specify this the let's say the dimension. It's not all the time where you have to specify the value of the margin or padding at every screen size. So you doing this means that I want a margin bottom from small screen size, medium up to extra large screen size. So let's look at another example. So here's another one. Here's another example. We have PMD1. So what's the meaning of this PMD1? This is padding. I want padding of 1 at medium screen sizes. right? Now, if you don't specify for other screen sizes, if you don't specify for other screen sizes above medium screen sizes, that if you don't specify for let's say for example, if you don't specify for large screen sizes and extra large size and extra large screen sizes, it means that HTML element is going to have a padding of 1 from medium screen size and up, right? I don't know if you get that. Let's see, there's another example. Here's another example. Over here you have MSLG2. So it's the same thing, it's the same concept. So this means that I want a margin start and outer spacing towards the left. At the large screen size, I want it to be 2. Now, if you don't specify the margin start for extra large screen sizes and for extra large screen sizes and extra large screen sizes, this means that the element you're giving this class to is going to have a margin start of 2. So this simply means that from large screen size and above, if you don't specify for the if you don't specify for extra large screen sizes and extra large screen sizes, okay. So I don't really know if it's a bit confusing, but not to worry, guys. In the next video we have a practical session. Okay, to have a video that we're going to do a practical session is going to contain. Alright guys, so you notice that Bootstrap is going to make acting much more easier. So stay tuned and make sure you watch the video where we're going to begin our practical session. You're going to learn more from there. In that video, we're going to apply what we've learned so far from this video, and you're also going to learn additional things that is going to make your work much more easier. So thank you for watching.